What is the primary characteristic of radiographic testing? Option D. It uses X-rays or gamma rays to examine the interior of material. Compared to ultraviolet rays, X-ray have option B shortened wavelength. How does the density of a matter affect X-ray penetration? Option B. Penetration is less if the density of matter is higher. In radiograph, the result obtained on a synthesized film is known as a option C radiograph. What percentage of electron energy is typically converted into X-ray in an X-ray tubes? Option C about 1%. The wavelength of X-ray produced in a tube is option B inversely proportional to the voltage. The intensity of X-ray is directly proportional to option B, the filament current. Why does a defect appear as a darker area of a radiograph film? Option A. Defects transmit radiation better than the sound metal. A penetrometer is typically placed on option B, the side of the source adjacent to the weld. The thickness of parameter is usually what percent of the weld joint thickness. Option D 2%. Which isotope has a half-life of 5.3 years? Option C cobalt 60. Which isotope is preferred for radiograph of thin section to achieve better sensitivity? Option A Iridium 192. The half-life of cesium 137 is approximately option D 30 years. TDL stand for option B thermoluminescence meter. The emulsion of a radiograph film primarily consists of gelatin and option A silver halide crystal. Why is the emulsion usually coated on both sides of the radiograph film based option A to double the film speed? In film processing, which step involve converting silver halide grain to metallic silver? Option A development. What is the purpose of fixing step in film processing? Option A to remove unexplosive silver halide crystal. To avoid crimp mark on a film, one should option C grasp the film only by the edge. On a radiography, gas cavity and blowholes typically appear as option A well-designed circular dark areas. How a crack indicate on the radiograph? Option A by darkened areas of visible width. To minimize distortion, the central ray should be option D, perpendicular to the film. Which of the following is an advantage of gamma ray over X rays? Option B, they require no electric power or water supply. What is an disadvantage of gamma ray testing compared to X ray testing? Option A, it requires more exposure time due to low sensitivity. Neutron radiograph is specifically used for detecting internal crack in option C light materials like plastic or rubber. The material used for the anode in X-ray tube is typically option B tungsten. High density inclusion in light alloy appeared on a radiograph as option C light spots. What is the function of lead or tungsten alloy container in gamma radiography? Option D. The house to house the radioactive isotope for protection. A shrinkage cavity is identified on a radiograph as option D. A fibrous irregular dark region. What is typically voltage range used in X-ray tube for radiography? Option B. Thank you.